Hello, I'm Jane Dutton with a wrap of the week's news.
This is Eyewitness News.
The celebrity who tried to avoid being identified in the Meyiwa trial but failed. Zandile Khumalo will now have to testify publicly, and she has already started in court.
At the same time, justice.
At the same time, as I am standing here, I also want Senzo to get justice.
She didn't want to because of fears for her safety and being trolled on social media. The High Court in Pretoria ruled in favour of broadcasting the proceedings live. The state brought the application on Monday, arguing that the next witness does not want her testimony to be broadcast live on audio or camera. The defence and the media opposed the application, arguing that there's no evidence of the witness's safety being at risk. She's believed to have been in the house when Meyiwa was shot in what has been described as a robbery gone wrong.
So after Zandile Khumalo's bid to stop this court from broadcasting her testimony live, she had to take the witness stand eventually. And once she did, it was an emotional day for her right here in the Pretoria High Court. She started detailing what happened on the 26th of October 2014. And while she was telling the court what happened moments before intruders stormed in, she pointed out accused number 2 in this matter, Bongani Ntanzi, as one of the intruders who stormed in. She'll return to the Pretoria High Court to continue giving testimony, where she'll go further into what happened after Meyiwa was shot.
Targeting dodgy buildings and their residents, the mission of the one-day mayor of Johannesburg.
EMS is coming, so just cooperate, Japan.
Only temporarily in the office, Kenny Kunene made his priorities known. He led a raid on abandoned properties in the centre of the city, most of them inhabited by foreigners. Kunene was in charge for one day this week until the new mayor, Kebelo Gwamanda, returned.
Our people want Joburg, Perea, Hillbrow, Uville to be back to its glory days.
Yes.
We're standing under the umbrella for 2 minutes. We're going in. EMS is coming.
Yeah.
We are inspecting this building. Because of the spirit of Ubuntu, we are not evicting today, but we are giving warnings. Because it's raining, it's cold, we don't want to put people on the street. We will come back and put them on the street because they would have known that they are staying in unsafe, unhealthy buildings.
So what does Fikile Mbalula know that we don't? The Secretary-General says blackouts will be over by the end of the year. And then we are told that there's a strong chance we will hit stage 8 in July, as we enter winter with 3,000 fewer megawatts than last year.
If we have delays in returning units to service, there's a knock-on impact because we don't really have spare capacity on the network to move outages around. So we really operating under very pressurized conditions to make sure that we do what we can to do the maintenance, return units on time, and avoid a knock-on impact that will put us again on a backlog.
From Russia with love, a declaration of war if South Africa arrests Vladimir Putin when he lands here for the BRICS summit.
They had indicated that he is coming. So we have a situation in South Africa. Obviously, they told us that you dare arrest our president, then you are declaring war on us. And that is why we will then find other legal ways so that we are not undermining the protocol of the ICC.
South Africa will be hosting the annual BRICS summit later this year, and all of the nation's leaders are set to attend. But the International Criminal Court has issued a warrant of arrest for Putin. And as a signatory member, South Africa is obliged to commit to arrest him. And the possible arms weapons sale to Russia scandal rumbles on, with all sides denying anything sinister has happened. That didn't stop the commander of our ground forces from visiting Moscow to discuss issues of military cooperation. Massacre in KZN. At least 10 people are dead after a deliberate fire attack. Police have launched a manhunt for 7 armed men who are allegedly responsible for setting a house on fire with 15 people inside. Police say 8 died at the scene in Taylor's Holt in Pietermaritzburg, while 7 others were admitted to hospital.
This is what remains of the RDP house that was burnt with 15 people inside here in Umsunduzi in Pietermaritzburg on Sunday evening. Police say 7 men armed with rifles forced their way inside this house, demanding the whereabouts of the owner. But after realizing that the owner was not inside, they then forced the 15 men that they found inside here to strip naked. That's when they poured them with petrol, setting this house alight. 8 of them were confirmed dead inside this house. 2 others were confirmed dead in hospital this morning. We do know that 5 others are currently in hospital fighting for their lives. Police have now confirmed that they've now launched a manhunt for those 7 armed men. Nhlanhla Mabaso, Umsunduzi in Pietermaritzburg.
So who are the 8 people accused in the Thabo Bester case? We take a deeper dive into those charged with allegedly helping him escape.
We start with accused 1, that's Sonohe Matsuwara. Now, Sonohe Matsuwara, from what we know about him, was a supervisor at G4S Correctional Center, which is the Mangaung Correctional Facility in Bloemfontein. And he played an integral role in assisting Bester escape. And what role this was quite simply money. The second accused in the matter is Zandile Khumalo, and this is Dr. Nandipa Magudumara's father. Sekeleni's involvement in Bester's escape is more logistical. Moving on to accused 3, we have Teboho Lepolo. Now, Teboho Lepolo is also a pivotal character in the manner in which Bester escaped. We know that he's a CCTV technician. And Teboho Lepolo's role was, together with Matsuwara, putting this plan into action of assisting Bester to escape. The fourth accused in the matter is none other than Dr. Nandipa Magudumara. Now, Dr. Nandipa Magudumara, in terms of the role she played in assisting Bester escape, is not that clear yet. We do know that she played an integral role. She was on the run with Bester. Accused 5 in the matter is none other than Thabo Bester himself. And Thabo Bester obviously made this all happen. It was most likely his idea to, launch this escape plan of how he was going to escape from the Mangaung Correctional Facility. Accused 6 in the matter is Buti Masukela. Now, Buti Masukela was a security guard at the Mangaung Correctional Facility. The only involvement Buti Masukela played, from what we heard in terms of the state witness, is that Buti Masukela, on the day the body of Katlego Bering was smuggled into prison, Buti Masukela was stationed at the gate. Accused 7 in the matter is a person by the name of Theo Franz Makotsa. The morning of Thabo Bester's escape, he had been seated in the control room, and his job was basically to open and close doors electronically via the push of a button. Accused 8 in the matter is also another CCR controller, and the second female, to be implicated in this, and that's Natasja Janssen. She was also a CCR controller, and she's the second person, together with Buti Masukela, who are the only 2 people not to have been paid, according to what the state alleges, to assist Bester in escaping.
Our YouTube page has surpassed 500,000. If you're not one of our subscribers yet, join the 500,000+ who swear by our news. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Eyewitness News. In touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.